Hey, welcome back. So today we're doing the breakdown, part 2 of the weekly video shorts. It's all about video editing and the assembly of the final product. Let's get into it. So where we left off, I had just cut the side view to the length of the video, and the entire video is going to be that long. I'm going to go ahead to the beginning. We got to make sure that the VO is going to line up. So let's try to find the point where the audio starts on the video. Right about there. So then you go ahead, try to get as close as you can, and then zoom all the way in. You want this to be really close. You want to see exactly what frame it's taking. Understand this 30 frames in a second, or 60 in this case. So we're just going to drag the VO edit right down here and line it up with where the cursor is, even if it's not perfect. That's pretty close right there. So I think that's within 1 or 2 frames. Now we're going to zoom in all the way, and you can see it right now. You can see it's only off by 1 frame. That was really close. Let's listen to it. Hey, it's June 22nd then. That's fine. That's perfect. So now we're going to zoom back out again and listen to it. Hey, it's June 22nd, then here's what I got going on this week. All you hear is the ambience. That's perfect. So let's zoom out again, and we're going to have to move these titles around a little bit. That's not going to start there. I don't know. They reset, and I don't understand why, but they do. So let me move that out of the way for right now. Let's write something. Okay, that's right about where I want it to start. Right there where the cursor's at is where I start talking. Let's go ahead and move the title to where I'm talking. Let's write something. You want to move that earlier so that it finishes fading in by the time I start talking. So we want to end the title where I stop talking. So I'm going to go ahead and raise that a little bit so I can just grab just the title. The reason I'm doing this is because if you grab just the one end piece, you might just be moving the fade out and not the actual clip itself. Let's see what that looks like. Let's write something. Episode 2 is... Okay, beginning is fine. And that should be up tomorrow. Okay, that's the end. This week, That's all good. So now we're doing the second piece here. Find out where that starts. So let's scooch that over a little bit. May have to go more than that. I'm going to be working on the break. No, I think that's okay. So now we're going to retitle the second title here, because that was from last week. And that's what I've learned, episode 23 and all that. And then you're also going to have to adjust the font size because it's probably not going to fit. I'm going to be working on the breakdown. So you have to move the cursor over the title to actually see it. And you can tell it's way oversized. So I decided that instead of that, I'm just going to add an extra line there. And that way I can have everything in between the banner, the header, and where I sit. Yeah, you can make judgment calls on where you put titles. I tend to put titles above in, that open space that I'm filming in, because there's nothing else that needs to go there. And at the end of the day, I'm also debating whether to have titles at all, because I can't edit the YouTube thumbnail without being on the phone. And even on the phone, it doesn't always work. So seeing what I'm seeing now, I'm going to go ahead and make this 4 lines and reduce the font size a little bit. And we're going to turn that down to 70, and it looks like that's going to be enough to make it fit. Yeah, it should be fine. I'm going to go ahead and move that down a little bit. Yeah, pull it off the line. When you see the line up there, you know you're in the exact center. See if we have to end this earlier. I'm going to be working on the breakdown for how to make these weekly videos that you see here. So that's coming up this week. That's what I got. And no, it's fine. So let's see if we got to move that last slide. Got. Yeah. So this does have to end earlier. Drag it. And then that's what I got. I got to move that last one. And we'll see you next time. Yeah, it's going to get moved over a little bit there. Before we do that, we have to change that last word because I do change them from time to time. And it's going to be next time. Put that in there. And we should be good now. What I got and we'll see you next time. Perfect. Get all these fade ins and fade outs right. Then go to transition, drag that over the end and have it fade out, usually around 3 seconds. So next we're going to go drag the header down to the end of the video, back a ways, line it up with the line there, and we know that that's going to end at the same time. And that's what it's going to look like. Let's see what the beginning looks like here. Yeah, that's close. Looks good. Go ahead and make this a little wider because we're going to put our intro background here. Go ahead and add a piece. Go to assets. Go to... This takes a while. Pixabay is where I got all these backgrounds. So, in case you were wondering. Let me see if I can find one that I haven't used before. Don't think I've used, let's see, where are we? That one. That's one I haven't used yet. Let's drag that video to the beginning of the timeline. And then you'll get this pop-up. You always want to keep original aspect ratio. Otherwise it messes up the orientation. Now we have to make a judgment call, and I'm going to go ahead and rotate this thing, grab that little knob on the top there, and now I just need to take, so I can make this landscape if I want to, and then just make it bigger, but I don't think it's going to work out. It's worth a shot. You can do that as well. Well, let's go with the other idea. I'm going to go ahead and rotate this, bring it down, and then grab that little ball there, and then tweak it. And it should lock into place. And it's pretty close right there. As long as it covers the entire background. And you just take it and you can get it should center. So let's go ahead and transition this fade in. Drag it. Should line up with where the video starts. Hey, it's June 22nd. That looks fine. Just need some background music now, so I'm going to pick something that I've made before and I haven't played in a while. Let's see what we got here. So yeah, I think I'm going to roll with, let's see what we got here. That one right there, because I haven't played in a long time. And I'm going to drag that to the beginning. Cool. That's going to work. I just need to add the fade in now. So yeah, it looks like we're going to need 2 of those pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom out. And yeah, I'm going to need to add a little bit more to cover the length of the whole video. I'm just going to drag that clip and let's line it up at the end here. And then this is the end of the video right here. And about there. We're just going to go ahead and cut it right there. Now with that part selected, it's going to delete it. And go over to transitions. And down below, you've got audio transitions. Then you've got to drag the logarithmic fade in, and I'm going to put it at the end as well. Next very important step is to highlight all the music. Let's grab all of it. And then we're going to drop the volume down to -11. Let's hear what that sounds like. Hey, it's June 22nd, and here's what I got going on this week. Let's write. That's perfect. You don't want your volume of background music to be the same as you speaking because you're going to drown yourself out. So now we've got everything done here, and all we're going to do is go to export, create video, and when you get this little box right here, first we want to make sure that's going to the right folder, save to folder right here, and then that is going to go to video, and I've got a spot that I picked out just for that, and it's the final folder that is inside the folder that has all the stuff. So this is going to render a little faster than normal because I sped it up quite a bit. But once it's done, we're going to see a little folder right about there. So we're going to click on that, and it should open up the folder where the video is resting. And then I gotta drag that back to the window here. Now I've got 2 of them here. I did this twice. So what you want to do always before you post to YouTube or wherever is to make sure there's no errors. Hey, it's June 15th, and here's what I got going on. Actually, I'm lying. It's June 16th. I had a bunch of family stuff yesterday. You may have noticed that I didn't do the picture-in-picture window on the video this time around, and I just used the visualizer. And there's a reason for that. The adding the picture-in-picture and getting all the sound line up and everything took an additional 6 hours, and that's way too much. It's not very efficient at all. So I'm also not convinced it's the best thing in the world for me to be doing right now, or the best use of my time. So I'm not going to do that again until I can figure out how to do that better. I probably will break in like this a little bit more to the videos, and I'll do the filmed outro, because I did away with the filmed outro a long time ago, and that's coming back. So that's what I got. See you next time.